Right, so I've got a speech. You'll be pleased to know it's not too long. I've kept it top line only. Before I go for my speech, we were here this morning. We're actually hearing thunder about 4 a.m. and at 7 a.m. We literally were preparing downstairs at about 9:30, 10, where it was absolutely lashing it down. We thought there's no way it's going to be outdoors. The team here have been amazing. They literally span it from being indoors to outdoors within about 25 minutes. I want to have a big thank you to Ben and his team. I guess I'll start with the Lowell Lake. So I'm so pleased we're using this destination. It's stunning. It's in a great part of the world. It was only 2 years ago, very near to here, where Ollie and Beth got engaged, so we're very happy that we're actually coming back to this part, which was bringing back some great memories. I would also, on behalf of myself and Joanne, and Ollie's parents, Jill and John, I'd like to thank you all for coming, celebrating this very special day. As it's already been said before, we know you've all driven a long way to get here, most of you, and a special thanks to our Danish family that's come over and the Canadians. Thank you very much. So we have a couple of toasts. We'll do one right now. I want to toast the happy couple. If you can all raise a glass. There is another toast coming later on. To Beth and to Ollie.
Can we have a kiss?
Was it wet?
Thanks for that. Okay, moving on quickly. I want to use this moment to recognise two special moms, Joanne and Jill. They both have raised two incredible individuals who have grown to be very kind, intelligent and caring people. Today's reflection is the love of your values who brought them up. You should both be very proud. Okay, on to Ollie. Well look, I think me and Ollie have a lot in common. He's smart, he's hardworking, he's intelligent, he oozes charisma. He's also pretty fast around the karting track, I'll let you know. And in his car in the car park, I saw it. But I'm gonna draw the line on these 50k endurance runs. This is not what I'm going to get. Forget that, mate. We've known Ollie for around 8 years, and Ollie's been on many of our family holidays where we've built loads of great memories. I see Ollie probably most weekends throughout the year, and I wanted to say from my heart that this gentleman, whenever I see him together with my daughter, he has just been perfect. He puts her first all the time, and as a father, I can't ask any more than that. You guys are living together, and you're great, mate, so thank you very much for that. Ollie does things by the book, and I'm really pleased. So he wrote us, me and Joe, a really nice letter asking our permission to get married to Bethany, and those are the things we really like as a family, so nice touch, mate. Well done.
Nice
Okay, also heard a stat recently about Ollie. So I know, well, this is what I heard, that the washing up at home, this chap is doing around 90% washing up. That took me literally 32 years to get to that level. Look, actually, before I go to this final bit, there was something new I did from last night. So I want to know what was going on where we had wedding guests around here and Ollie asking people to kiss his sausage. On a serious note, whatever he did last night with the sausage, which was digging a hole, and I think it was some sort of Weber, Frank please, let's be sunny, work, mate. Okay, so look, from me and Joe, we want to welcome you to our family, including our daughters. It's also a very pleasure of mine to be calling you my son-in-law, so thank you very much. Okay, to my little Bethany. Look, Bethany, I'm not going to embarrass you now. I'll set to the dance floor later. So Bethany's our eldest daughter, the first of four, and from the very start, she made a big impression. I've never known a baby that came out and needed a haircut. She definitely doesn't follow her dad. When Beth started nursery, she always was surrounded herself with the boys rather than the girls. She'd often come back with black eyes. And as her school days went on, it was still hanging around with the boys. And I'm pleased to say that actually looking around this room today, some of those boys are sat over there. So thank you very much for keeping an eye on my little daughter. We moved house when Beth was 9, and she was absolutely heartbroken. In true Beth style, she went back to the bedroom, got a square piece of the carpet, took it with us, so we meant to remember the house. Bethany, being the eldest, liked to organise things with her sisters and got them to participate in many games, which included her always being the boss. Many plays were acted out. One particular favourite was the TV show 10 Years Younger, where she played the host, of course. And her sisters were the fashion victims. Hey girls, those were good times, weren't they? One of our friends asked Bethany when she was younger what she wanted to be when she grew up. She proudly responded, a meat eater. I don't know what's going on there.
Sausage references,
okay, so later in life, Friday night was the park meet your mates drop-off night. And she went there with her beloved Caribbean crush. Ollie, don't worry. That was a fizzy drink, not a romance. Okay, almost getting there. Okay, yeah, driving lessons, bloody hell. So, it's a long time. So driving lessons, going down the wrong way down the streets. Literally, I aged probably 5 years in about 2 hours. And lost even more air probably, so yeah, but I'm so pleased you passed your test now. One of my favourite things with Beth was actually when she was at university on a Sunday night, it wasn't every week, but when she came back, I had the pleasure of driving her back to Nottingham. We used to put the rock channel on and spend a good 2 hours just chatting about life and actually how things were. Always getting you a McDonald's when we got home. But those moments were great because it was our time. We had a good 2 hours to just catch up on stuff. So I'll cherish other memories and that one to my heart. Okay, on a serious note, I want to say how incredibly proud you are. You have made me. You're kind, you're caring, you're thoughtful, you're beautiful inside and out. You've always been a rock to your sisters, never judgmental, always supportive. Your passion, your humour, and your slightly quirkiness, which you get from your mum, you always make us very proud. Beth, when I saw you this morning for the first time when you came downstairs in your wedding dress, you looked absolutely stunning, and I burst into tears, I know, but you did look absolutely stunning, and that again will be a memory I will cherish forever. Ollie, you're a very lucky man, as I am a very lucky dad, and to have Bethany in our life has been superb. We wish you both a lifetime of love and happiness from me, your mom, your sisters, and family and friends. So you have a shot glass of limoncello on your tables. Before you have your drink, let me just make a quick note. Before we head downstairs for coffee and desserts, while No Hall Lakes puts their magic into this room ready for tonight's entertainment, I'd like to make one final toast. If you could all be upstanding, please. And your drinks ready?
Is that the limoncello?
Are we ready?
Yeah.
To family, to absent loved ones, and making wonderful memories.
To Grandad.
Granddad.
To Grandad.
Thank you all very much. That's the end of the speech. Thank you.